Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Crafting with Lola and Oscar. Hope you guys had a really good week. And again, Happy New Year. Again, wow. We're going into our second our second month of the year. I hope everyone's doing well. The snow is still on the ground. I don't know about you guys, but I lost a couple of trees here on the East Coast. What a mess. Nevertheless, hey, let's go forward with this week's project. So, as you guys know, a lot of times I like to make something and then I'll go back and I'll add on to the project. And that's what we're going to do today. If you guys can remember, I created an album with the Anna Griffin album die. And if you remember, I did this November, I think it was like November the 6th that I did this little cute album using the Anna Griffin paper, which was from the Castle collection, the Anna Griffin acetate covers, I think it is, but I'm going to have that in the narrative what they are. And it's called For Him toppers or something. I can't remember what it's called. And then the album. So this is all Anna Griffin. All Anna Griffin today. And the way I understand it, a lot of people like Anna Griffin. And they haven't seen enough of Anna Griffin. So I thought I would go ahead and go back over this real briefly. I'll link the video in I'll put a link to the video where I actually made this little album in this particular video. But today we're going to do something to add to this project. But before we do that, I kind of wanted to go back over and kind of let you see how it came out. This actually is now going to be a gift for somebody, for her husband. She wants to use it as a photo album. So what I did is I just only put the little panels in here, as you can see. And I left some pages blank so she can put whatever else you want to put on there. And these all just Anna Griffin from Anna Griffin dies. So it came out really, really, really lovely. Here's the project, and let me show you the dies just in case you're wondering what they look like. So as you might recall, the album, all of Anna Griffin, always comes with the instruction, which I like. Everybody's kind of doing that now. So it comes with the instructions, a little instruction kit with little pictures and all that good stuff, right? So it comes with all that when you purchase that. Now, if it's still available, that I don't know. I'm not too sure. Here are the dies. And as you can see, these are the dies that I use for the inside of the book. So as you can see, those are the different ones that I use. And there's actually, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's 2 here. And then on the back here is the spine. Okay, that's meaning this part here for the album. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take this particular project. Oh, I'm sorry. And it also comes with an embossing folder. It came with the embossing folder. Okay. All right. So now what I want to do is I wanted to create a cute little box matching this album to go for the to go inside. So let me show you the idea of the box I'm going to make, and I'm going to actually make this online, but I did a little practice one first, just so you can kind of have a general idea in case you want to do something like this. Again, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Again, welcome to the channel. If you're wondering what I'm doing today, I'm working with the Anna Griffin album die, and I'm making a gift bag for this particular cute little album here. Okay, all right, and we're going to be making it out of a piece of 12 by 12. So let me show you exactly how I give you an example what one would look like. Okay, so here is one that I've already kind of created, and it fits in. And these I had some little cards in here. We're going to talk about this stuff later, which is so pretty. I love this. That doesn't have anything to do with this project. But this is so cute. Let me get what's out of here. Okay, very cute. Out of a piece of 12 by 12 paper, and you can see how nice and wide it is. You can use your crocodile to punch the holes in it, put a little string in it, and I just put different things on it just to see how it would look. And then I also used the another edging die. I just wanted to put a couple of things on here just to kind of see how it would look if I were to use some of the edgeable dies. And just to see how it looks. So I think it came out really cute, but it's not really good because I've got the green thing going on. This was just a little practice one. Okay, and then I also put a piece of I can't never remember that. It's not cardstock. What is that stuff called, y'all? Mounting board. Okay, now this is pretty thick paper, as you can hear, but I put a piece of mounting board in here because if you ever put anything, if you make this, it's going to be a little heavy. You know, if you have something heavy, you want it to be nice and firm. Now, you could also put mounting board all the way through here to make it nice and, nice and sturdy. You can also put a line going down here. And that way, if you want to scrunch it up, I mean, you still could do that, but I don't want to do that with them. And that way, you can have that little scrunching thing going, like with a bag, like that. But yeah, and that's when you start scoring, you can put a score line down there and do that if you want to do that. That's up to you. Okay, but I just didn't choose to do that. So this is the box. This is a little box that we're going to use. All right, so let's get started. So I wanted to definitely match my album, and as you can see, this paper, and thank God I had 2 pieces left because you are going to need you'll need 2 pieces of 12 by 12. And then what happens is that you're going to score those. But before you do anything, you'll need 2 pieces of 12 by 12. And I did, thank goodness, like I said before, I had the matching paper. Only 2 pieces left. Oh my God, only 2 pieces left. And then what you will do is, now I've got this kind of set up because I don't like to do a lot of stuff at the, because it makes the video a little too long. All right, so you're going to score on both pieces of paper. You'll do the same thing. The only difference is what you do when it comes to cutting. Okay, so let me see if I can move this down a little bit so you can see better. All right, hopefully you can see that. Yeah, a little bit better. All right, so what you're going to do is, let me see if I should turn this here. Which can you see better? Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so on 3 sides, it doesn't matter. On 3 sides, you're going to score 3 inches. 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches, and then on the other side, 1.5 inches. Okay, you're going to do that on both pieces of paper. The difference is that on one of them, you're going to cut out the squares that go right here. So you can see how there would be 2 squares. Let me do it like this. You can see it better. All right, there we go. All right, so here we go. I'll put it just like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut out these 2 squares right here on one piece. Okay, I got a piece of mounting board that I've kind of already pre-added in there as well. I'm going to put that in there, and that gives us its firmness. Okay, and again, so it's just 3 inches, but I cut it just a little bit, just to have a little bit, little less than 3 inches. All right, so you're going to cut those squares out. And then on the second piece, you're not going to cut the squares out because you need them to fold in, right? But you're just going to cut them right like that. See how you're going to cut them like that? Because what is eventually going to happen is they're going to fold in like this, okay? And then that's part of your box right there. So you don't want to cut them out on your second piece, only on your first piece, whichever you choose to be your first piece. Okay, and then what's going to happen is this part right here, which I kind of made a little bit of a boo-boo, but it's not a big deal because I'm going to put something over the lining. What'll happen is that this is going to be the outside of your box. So what I do is I put some double-sided tape. I already kind of put the double-sided tape on. I got a little happy with the double-sided tape, y'all. I got a little happy with the tape and I put it on the wrong side. But good thing it really works out because I'm going to put something over that and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But anyway, what you'll do is, and I kind of messed it on this. This one's fine. You're going to turn this over because this is going to be your contrasting border, so to speak. See how this one was done? This is this paper here, right? But then, as you can see, it has a different design on the other side. So by flipping it over, by making that 1.5 inch border, and you just flip it over, and then you have a nice little contrasting border to your bag. You don't have to do it that way. I mean, you can flip it the other way and make it, either way, it's going to be sturdy. All right, so we'll do that. So let me go ahead and take this off because I don't need this. Now, last week, I was messing around with this daggone pokey tool trying to get this double-sided tape off, y'all. And honey, you know what happened? Yes, I ended up going up in my fingers. Oh my gosh. And that thing hurt me so bad. I thought I had really hurt myself, but I didn't. Thank the Lord. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and bring this over like that. Okay, so we have that nice and I would say this: don't score too heavy. Don't get too heavy when you're scoring because a lot of times with this paper, even though this is a nice heavy paper, it's not construction. So you don't want to end up punching a hole. So just make it small enough because you still have to burnish it. Just make it small enough that you can see where you're going to do your folding at. All right, so that's that one. We have the tape on here, but I'm gonna hold off before I pull that off. All right, and then over here we have this piece. Now it gets a little tricky. I'm not gonna talk because if I talk, I think I might end up messing it up. I want you just to watch how I'm gonna put it together. Okay, so these ends right here, these little two pieces right here, they go together. I'm going to put this one on top of this one like this. Okay. Then these are going to push in like that. Oop. See, I think I messed up already. So I'm going to put this one on top of this one. Yeah. I'm going to put this one on top of this one. Okay. And then these are going to come in like that. Y'all. Okay, wait. See? And I even numbered them, right? I even numbered these. Let me do it like this. Before I take the tape off and really mess up. All right, push up. Don't laugh at me. Are y'all laughing? Like, what is wrong with Lola? Okay, there we go. All right, and then this will come in like this. There we go. We have our box. After I put this part down. All right, so then we have our box, okay? All right, so with that being said, I'm good. I can make sure I got it right again. Push this like this. This is going to go like this, like this. This is going to be on here. And then these are going to come inside. All right, so when I take off my tape, this one's going to scoot up underneath this. All right. Honey, I'll mess up a birthday if you let me. I don't know. I don't know if it's age, y'all, or I don't know. It's so frustrating. All right. Now, you know what we should do? I don't want to do that. I want to do this first. You know what I want to do is I want to punch the holes in first. And I found that, and I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. I want to line this back up. Let me flip this one over. And I want to put the holes in here, and I want to make sure that the holes are lined up. So I'm going to lay these on top of each other. All right, let me put the tape here. Okay. Put this on the end. Oh. Sometimes you can't mess up with this tape, boy. All right, we got the tape there. And I do need just a little. I don't necessarily have to have another piece right here, but I kind of like it because that way it's nicely. You know, I think I'll do it like this. I know that it's going to really stick and it's going to stick well. So we're going to go ahead and put it on there. Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. I want to say hello, everybody, all the new subscribers. Thank you for pumping my numbers up. Thank you for your comments and all that good stuff. All right, so now we got that going. And now I can take it off and I'm going to flip it over. And then the next step, we're going to line it up. And I'm hoping that I get the holes right. The first box I did, the first little bag I did, the holes could have been a little bit farther apart. And I'm hoping I can get this right. I wanted to do them in advance, but sometimes I don't like to do some things in advance because if I do it in advance, then you can't really see what I'm doing. You're like, okay, yeah, but I want to know how she did that. So sometimes I do stuff and then it'll be like, oh, busted up, you know, and then sometimes it's done. Okay, so now what I want to do is flip this one over just like I did this one. Okay. And again, don't worry about this because something's going to be on the outside. I'm going to put a really pretty border around that. And I'm going to need some glue-ish tape or whatever. Anyway. All right, so now that I have these going in, right? Excuse me. I'm going to put them back to back. And I'm going to also make sure, I want to make sure that my holes are got to be in between these areas here. All right? I'm going to do it this way. All right, so here we go. And like I said, last time I did it too. Now, I don't know if it's going to go all the way through. It may be too thick. You know, I don't like this thing. I thought I would like this thing, but I don't like it because you don't have any, there's no give here. So if you have real thick paper, you can forget it. It ain't going to work. That's unless I missed something, but I'm sure I haven't. It won't work. So I don't really know. And the thing is, it's really, really heavy. But I'm thinking the reason why it's so heavy is because you could chipboard and all kinds of stuff you could put holes in. All right, Lord. We'll put one right there and one right there. One right here and one right here. I think I'm going to put it on these dots. One here and one here. Because they seem to be... Okay, let's see. Here we go, y'all. Okay. One there. And one there. All right. I'm thinking that's about as close as I can get it. So now that I have like that, I have this one with the holes in it. Line this up like here. All right. Like that. And I think that string will go through. It may be a little tight, but we're going to see. Okay, so now, okay, with that, got the little holes in there, and then I'm going to stick this through here. Okay, there's that one. And that's that one. Okay, so hopefully those are good to go. All right, so now we got our holes in there. Got them pretty much as even as we can. Now we can go ahead and put the bag together. And okay, what's happening? What happened? What happened? Where's the rest of it? Why is this like this? Oh, I know. I was getting nervous. All right, so let me make sure I have it right, y'all. Okay, so remember, this goes underneath here. This goes here. So take this off first. So this comes off first. Like, Lola, oh my God. I know, right? Child, you know what? I'm telling y'all, I know I'm not the only one. I know that I am not the only person that struggles with doing stuff like this. It could be the simplest thing, and I won't be able to figure it out, or I'll look at something, I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. And next thing you know, I got a royal mess. Royal mess. All right. Okay, so this is going to go underneath this. All right. So I'm going to bend it to make sure I have it. Because once this is down, it's down. And you can't, it's like you can't really recover. All right. Could have been a little bit closer in, but I think that's okay. Okay. So we have that there. And you can always go back and burnish it if you want to, or just, you know. Now, you can always use glue, but when you're videoing stuff like this, you ain't trying to, you know, you're not trying to use glue. That ain't going to really work very well, right? So, all right, so now we have that. Now we're going to take these off because these panels are going to stick onto this right here, like that. Okay? Hope you can see. All right. Okay. And like I said, this is for a gift to somebody, for somebody who decided they were really nice to me and they shoveled my snow. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't glue. Well, yeah, it's not really a big deal, but I'll go ahead and put a piece of tape down here. I'll just put one piece down to make sure that it stays. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this, I think, this way because I can seem like I can just work with it a little bit easier. Now these here are going to come up like this. And I want to make sure I have it squared off as much as possible. All right, and then the next one, there's the next one. It's going to go inside like that as well. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to kind of run it across here to square it off a little bit. Now, again, that way you have that nice heavy chipboard in there. And it's good. Put 2 pieces of tape to be safe. And then I can always cut the chipboard later. Okay. Yeah, I can always cut the chipboard later. And then the next thing, the last bit, once you put the box together, once you put the little gift bag together, it's just all about decorating. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this together like this. And I want to make sure that it's... Alright, so I'm just going to push it in, something like that. Okay, and again, remember, don't worry about this. I'm going to put some chipboard on that. That's fine. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. Take, put double-sided tape on here and put the sides together. And then the next thing will just be putting the tape around the border area. And putting the decorations on it. Here we go with this one. So now we're just going to glue these 2 sides together right here. And pray. Oh, Lordy, y'all. All right, there we go. All right. And then I'm just going to smush this down again. And so now we have our nice little bag or box. It'll be a little bag. And that's not quite perfect. There's still a little bit of a boo-boo right there, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. And if you were to put a border around it, you can do that. So we have the bag. The holes are not quite as even as I would like. They probably could have came over a little bit more, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh yeah, it could have came over a lot more. It could have come. I could have right there, and I might could get away with it. Okay, so now for let me run the tape around here, and then the next thing is going to be putting on the design, of which I'm going to show you what I'm going to put on next. Now, I'm going to put the borders on first. All right, so what I have here next, I want to show you what I have here next. And I want to use a piece of white paper or something so you can see it. Of course, I don't have a piece of white paper. All the paper I got up in here, I can't find one piece of white paper. Okay. That's good enough. All right, so with Anna Griffin, and this is actually this is an Anna Griffin. Or is this Anna Griffin? No, this is not Anna Griffin. Yes, this is Anna Griffin. Okay, so Anna Griffin had some dies a ways back called Laurels. And again, I'll put all the information about the dies. So I thought it'd be very pretty to put some laurels on the outside of the box, you know, trying to make it as manly as I can. Right there, and then I may find something and put his initials on the inside or a heart or something like that. So that'll go on both sides of the box like that. And then around the border, there are some dies. These are Anna Griffin, I think it was like 4 of these dies, and they were those border dies. And so the ribbon dies, yeah, the ribbon dies. That's what these are. And this is an Anna Griffin die as well. And the laurels, now there were 4 of these. I think there were 4 of these dies. But I chose to use this one. I thought this one would look better. I chose to use this one. Okay, and then I chose to use this one for the top of the bag, which is going to be the decoration. So I cut out 4 panels. I love this green. This is like I don't know what kind of green this is, but it's so pretty. And then these will go on the top of the bag or the bag, all the way around. And then these doodads will go on the outside. All right. So I've already put double-sided tape on these as well, which I don't know why I did now that I think about it, but it still works out. So I'm going to take off the tape. I spend more time taking tape off, don't I, y'all? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take all the tape off of these first. Okay. And then we'll take the tape off around the sides. And I think then I'll go ahead and repuncture the holes and try and get the holes lined up a little bit better than what I had. I'm hoping and trusting and believing that it's going to work out. So now I have all the adhesive out, and I want to put these around, which is so pretty. This is going to be very manly. I'm going to put these all the way around, and at some point I'm going to cut them. Now I don't want this to stick to the table, so let me see if I can do it like that. All right, so I'm going to put this around here like this, where the tips are just at the top of the box, but not where it's going to mess up anything. All right. That. And then I'm going to go ahead and bend this around some. Or maybe I should cut it. I don't know. So see, that's very lovely. I think I'm going to do this side first, and then I'll decide how I want to no. I got to be quiet when I'm doing stuff like this, y'all. Are y'all the type of crafter when you craft something you can't talk? Like sometimes I can't talk when I'm doing stuff. I gotta wait. I gotta concentrate on it. All right, so now we have this like this. Now I can either bend this over around and then cover these up, which I think is better than trying to cut it. All right. Now maybe I should have glued this. I don't know. because I know the one I did before, for some reason, it just didn't stick good. And I don't know if, I don't want this thing to come apart. All right, so we have that like that. And then we have these last little pieces that would go right here. Now, what I think I'm going to do is I am going to cut, because I don't want that round piece to start. I'm going to cut here. So see how I just cut that, just cut the little round piece off, and then layer this right on top of this other one. Now I think I better do it like this. Okay, right on top, and then come back over here and cut this one. That like that. All right. So there we have that like that. Now I could always trim that little bit right there. I'm not too sure, because it is pronounced quite a bit, and that's because I'm off by a smidge right there. But I'm not. I think I'm. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. All right, now let's get this one here. We're gonna do the same thing, and actually, I don't even have to cut the other one. I could just use the same piece. I cut out 4 because I thought I might need 4, but as it turned out, I didn't. We're going to do the same thing here. Line it up. Make sure that the little things don't protrude over the top of the bag. Oh. Now, I don't have glue on here, but I have the glue on here. But I think, you know, you're going to be touching this. I think it's going to be okay. And then I just need to cut. Ooh, I don't know. I think I'm going to leave that over. I think I'm going to leave that as is. So one little edge does have a little round, because I think if I cut, it's not going to look right. So I think I'll leave that alone. All right, so we have that alone. So now the next thing, before we put these doodads on, which will go like that, I'm going to go back and do the holes. And I'm hoping that, because as you can see, or you may not can see, this hole just needs to come over a little bit further, I believe, to like right there. Then the second to the last thing is I'm going to put some string through here and pray that it will feed. Again, this is just some string, nautical string. It's kind of like nautical string I got from, and I'm going to just put a little doodad like this. So from the Cratchit's Companion Nautical Collection. Okay, that goes like this. Okay, and you know what I forgot to do? Oh, I forgot to measure this. And it doesn't have to be real long. Oh, that's too long. That's too short. Oh, too late. Try to make them about the same size. I meant to cut them in advance. All right, and then I'm going to put this one like this, weed it through. Could have been a little bit longer. Yeah, that could have been a little longer, but that's okay. Oh, I think this one's too short. Let's see. Like that. Ooh, that's going to be kind of close. I may make it a little bit longer. So if anybody's wondering what I'm making, again, I'm just working on a little project that I made with that Anna Griffin. If you guys remember, on November, it was around November, I did a Anna Griffin out using the Anna Griffin die. And I made a cute little album from the Anna Griffin album die set. And I wanted to make a matching box to go with it, a little gift box where this will sit right inside like that. So that's what we're doing tonight. Almost finished with this project. Putting the last little touches on here with this cute little box. All the description, the sizes of the box, the everything, how I made it, the tools that I used, or the dyes and supplies that I use. I always put that in the narrative. So make sure you guys, if you want to know, just read the narrative, and I'll tell you all the supplies and things I've used. I try to always do that. Sometimes the stuff is you can't find it anymore. Quite unfortunately, sometimes you can't, or sometimes you have to look other than like on HSN or Crafter's Companion or something like that, because it's just not there anymore. Okay, I want to make sure that this is about right, I guess. So like when I was looking for the Laurels, I really couldn't find them anywhere anymore. So they were gone. The album, I think you have to go to the Anna Griffin website for that. All right, so there we go with the little box. Okay. Okay, we have that like that. So I'm going to use some glue and so that you can see. Let's see. Put some, and I'm going to use actually some movable glue so I can make sure that I get this nicely centered. Nicely centered. All right. And I did cut this. What I do is I cut this twice. And if you can see, it has a shadow on it, a little white shadow on it. And I just, yeah, I think you can see that. Look, can you see that? Yeah. So it has a little, so the white one's on the bottom. Now, to not get glue, too much glue. And if I had my little dotty pin, that would be great. But I don't have those because I ran out. And Crafter's Companion is out of stock, so I have to wait. So I'm just using this little glue like this, and I also know this will stick better. So I'm trying to make sure I get it on all the big pieces and all the little ones, so because I don't want too much. I don't want the stuff to be sticking out or falling off. Okay. Is that it? All right, that's good. All right, now I'm going to lay my little box down, do my best to get this in the middle. And I like that because there's a line here. You may or may not can see. Let me see if you can see. There's a line right there, so that really works out well. So I know it's centered. Is that about right? Oh, I could be over more. I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want the glue to get on my mirror paper. Because if you put glue on the mirror paper, it's going to really be ugly. It's going to stain. It's going to discolor. It's going to be really ugly. It'll bleed. It's just a horrible, horrible situation. All right, so there we go with that. So let's do the other side. And we will be done with this cute, 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 cute project. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if you have any questions, you can always shoot me an email, okay? At Lola Daniels, the number 35 at yahoo.com. And if you have any questions or any comments or whatever, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Again, the holidays are over, so I'm back to putting up at least 2 videos now. So please, 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 don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for those people who have been commenting. Like I said before, the people who've been subscribing to the channel and all that good stuff. I really appreciate you so, so much. Okay, we'll do the other side. And there you go. Now remember, we're gonna put some mounting board in the inside to make this a little firmer. That's why we have the extra glue. That's why we have the extra tape. So here's your beautiful little album. And your beautiful little matching bag. And it's the same paper. There we go. And it fits in here perfectly. Just like that. And you can wrap this up in tissue. She'll probably wrap it. Hopefully she'll wrap it up in tissue. And then I had cut out a couple of little things. I don't know, like a little key, to put on here, which is a little too late. A little key, a little man playing the saxophone. But when I found the laurels, I liked that much better. Okay, there you go. Thank you guys for watching.